Before you view the video, I wanted to show you what was wrong with the starter of the four-wheeler. As you see on the lower left-hand corner of the or lower left-hand side of the brush block, the brush is stuck in the holder. So I removed everything, cleaned everything out, both brushes, and I also cleaned the armature all up, greased the bushings and the bearing, and everything else is in good shape. The starter is really up front, taking it apart, very easy. I think it may be a starter generator combination. Really don't know, but it appears to be that because it's a direct drive to the flywheel to the engine, runs all the time. The starter appears to be in good shape, like I said, and hopefully this all records okay. It's the first time I ever recorded on a still picture, but taking a starter in and out of the four-wheeler is pretty up front, as you see in the video. So hopefully this helps you out if you have to do this again. This is why I made this. Enjoy the video. To get the starter off the four-wheeler, you have to remove all the snorkel assembly, duct assembly from the carburetor on both sides. To get access to the starter bolts, you go through, you remove the right rear wheel, and you go through the side, right through here with an extension, something like this, if you can see it, and the bolts are accessible right through this area here. Now to get the snorkel assembly or duct assembly off the carburetor, I took the air box loose so you don't stretch and break the snorkel assembly. And to do that, there's two bolts from the rear. They attach on to right here, and it bolts on. If you can see this, it's kind of dark in here. Here, let me get my little lantern light here on. I don't know if this will help or not. One bolt's there and one bolt's there. There's a ground on one side, and there's one bolt that goes through the side on the right rear underneath this module. The module goes on like this, and there's a hole, and you take and remove that. Then the air cleaner box is all loose. Then you would reverse it back in the same way. So I think that's about all I can say there. These two here I have loose, don't have to come off. I thought they did, but I put that back on. So right now I'm getting a point to put the starter back in. As you can see, it's still it's sitting down here, but I'm going to put it back in and attach everything and give it a try. Now this particular one is a starter generator, so it starts and charges, kind of like on a lawnmower, I guess. So I think that's about all I got to say here. And of course you got to remove the seat and all that stuff, you guys know that. I didn't show exactly at the right point where those starter bolts are at. They're right underneath there. You can see where this extension goes in. One's there. I use a wobbly extension to get this one because it's kind of off a little bit, or you can use a little swivel. And the other one is right there. So you can see you go underneath this bar, set over the top. To put the air cleaner back on, with the snorkels attached to the carburetor, I kind of move the air cleaner box off to the side there. It's hard for me to show you with one hand, but I kind of tilt it to the side there. I leave the front clamp loose. Got the carburetor in the intake manifold or ductwork, whatever you want to call that on this. And so it's kind of still a little wobbly, and I turn the air cleaner box to the side and kind of push this around so it'll catch on there, and then I'll pull it over so it'll slide into place, and that way you're not bending this stuff all around and messing it up. Well, got it started back up. seems like everything's working okay. I charged the battery a little bit, and the generator or starter is charging. This went off. We turn the headlights on and see what it charges with the headlights on. It's charging with the headlights on. If I can keep this, raise it up. The voltage regulator kicks out when you raise it up, but it's charging. So seems like that part's okay. Seems like it. I don't know if the battery's got enough charge in it, if I can shut it off and restart it or not. Seems like it's okay. I'll charge the battery up and see if it'll retain the charge. I think the reason the battery was running down before is because it wasn't charging, because the starter is a part of the charging system. It's a starter generator combination. So, like I say, it shows us. Jumper went off again. I don't have a good place to put the jumper. I need to get a good DVM. So I don't have to go through this all the time. Turn the headlight, got a headlight burnt out. Need to get a headlight bulb. Even with the headlights on it. I don't know why it goes down charging a little bit when you raise it up, but it's still above. But the headlights has got everything powered on. I would imagine it's the voltage regulator doing that. I think we're okay. Well, I'm going to shut it off. I don't want to leave it run too long. You can see the voltage goes back down after you shut it off. The battery will discharge a little bit until it gets down to a little over 12 volts. So that's where we're at.